part 2 of the P-41. I'm just about to stick the timing wheel on to check the timing, I guess. Definitely going to have to reposition the flywheel. Another thing I'm noticing here, I don't know if y'all will be able to see it. Maybe. Alright, so looking up into the piston, right there. See that score along the side? Now that wasn't there before the first start. Now I'm not going to tear it all down yet because this is an old cylinder. I mean, I've ran it pretty abusively for a couple years now. So I already knew I had to get a brand new top end kit for this, but I just wanted to use this one for experimental purposes. And I have learned that from adding the spacer, I also took off the piston supports on the cylinder, and I think that was a bad idea. If I left those, they could have just gone through the spacer, or it probably would have evened out. But I should have kept it so the piston had support going through the spacer, because it stops here. So I bet as it continues the rest of the way down, it'll rock a little bit, causing that score. So I'm going to figure out the timing until I can get it to run. And then I assume I'm going to have to redo the top end, which isn't that hard. Building the engine for this is probably the easiest part. The hard part is fabricating everything else to make the engine work. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, I got her all timed. I repositioned the flywheel so it hit the coil at 27 degrees before top dead center. I want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Aaron. I'll tag him in the next video I post, since I don't know if this will work, but whatever. And I want to say thank you to everyone that has just put in their thoughts. Like, thank you. I'm a noob at doing this. I mean, I've been doing it for a little bit, but I'm no expert at this. And just these little tips and tricks, they really help me out. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. But I got it timed. I printed out a new timing wheel. So the exhaust roof opens at 111, which isn't terrible. I was really worried it would be super low, or would it be high? I was worried it would be around like 70, 80, just like dumb low because of the spacer and just all this stuff. But it was actually 111, which is a workable number. I can always grind that to 99, 100, maybe a little lower, depending on how I'm feeling. But I got the timing retimed, I guess. I'm going to put it back together, and tomorrow I'll pull on it, see what happens. I'll definitely be giving her some beans, because the last time I tried to start this, I was trying to, you know, just get it to idle so it could warm up to its new home. But I'm not going to be so nice to it next time. Well, next day, after the timing fucking with, you guys cannot even imagine how fucking happy I am right now. I am, that feels fucking awesome. Now it smells like something burning, like some kind of plastic burning, so that might be the JB Weld, but I don't really care right now. That is fucking awesome. Alright, I'm gonna fire up one more time. It's running a little rich, so I'm gonna squeak in the high jet just a tad, just a little, but just Listen to this, people. Well, there she be. It runs, it rips. I am so happy. But moving on, I'm not really sure what to do next. Once it cools down a little bit, actually, I might just let it idle until it, gets hot, just to see if the JB weld works. And I want to see how bad the piston wobble is. So I'll probably let it idle for a while, get nice and toasty, take off the pipe, check for scoring on the piston. And if there's no scoring on the piston, or at least not any more than there was, I mean, fuck it. I'm going to put a bar and chain on it and see what it does. If it is totally scored and way worse than what it was, I'm probably going to rebuild the engine, because I don't want to send it to a piece of wood and then have things just detonate, because that's a good bottom end. I don't really want to split the case and replace the bearings and all that, so we'll see. I'll let her warm up, check the piston, see how that's doing, and I'll go from there. Here, I'll show you guys one more time, because I don't know, I just can't get enough of this saw. It is so badass. Well, I'll let her cool down, take the pipe off, see how the piston looks, go from there.